Fuck, why did I have to win?
Oh, it's starting now. The game was part of it. It just cussed. Should we just restart?
Restart.
Okay, yeah, because you literally said right at the beginning. Okay,
right, I'm gonna pause.
Oh, why?
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it going. All right, ready?
Yeah. 1. Okay.
Okay,
we gotta. Okay, hold up. Time out. We gotta be really organized with that. Cause you
Alright.
just put it up, and I'm like, oh, okay. I guess we're doing this now.
All right, when I say go, count like 2 seconds in your head, so the go isn't part of the podcast. Like
Okay.
1, 2, and then do it.
All right.
Ready? Go.
That was paper, or that was scissors. By the way.
I saw that.
Oh, I didn't know. Sir, can you just
Stop. Okay, you know what? No, just say something. We'll count 1, 2, 3, and then we'll say what it is, and that's how we'll do it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Paper.
Rock.
I win.
All
right. Here we go. Hey, welcome everyone. This is the Panoramic Perspective Podcast, first episode. I am Rory Gaynor Flynn, and this is my side man over here,
Isaiah Mahoney. Why did you have to say side man?
I realized that after. I was like, ooh, wait, nah, it's not like that. We're like best friends, but nothing more.
My side man over here.
yeah. Hey, I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous. Okay. So today our topic is sub versus dub.
Sub versus dub.
Yeah. This was
the age-old question.
We have been really excited to do this. You have no idea. We've been planning this out for a couple weeks now, or even more, and
maybe about like a month, I'd say.
right before we started recording, we were just like, "Oh my gosh, it's happening!" Like, look at me, goosebumps, like
goosebumps.
Yeah.
You're ugly.
Yeah. Damn.
But before we get into sub versus dub, I wanted to ask you, like, what was your first anime or the anime that like really got you into anime, like respecting it?
No, yeah. It was Naruto. All my Naruto fans out there. Yeah. It's actually kind of funny. I was never really into anime.
Okay.
And I just had a lot of people, anime fans just being like, "Oh, you don't understand. It's so good. Like, you got to watch it. Here, start with Naruto." Like, Naruto was always like the go-to,
Yeah.
It took me forever. I finally started watching it in high school, and when I finished, I was like, "Wow, anime is really good." I was like, "This is crazy." So I started getting into it more, and now we're here. Yeah. What about you, bro?
I'd have to say like it'd probably be a mix between of Inuyasha and Dragon Ball Z when I was younger, because Inuyasha I used to watch as like a little kid, like maybe around like 4 or 5. It'd come on at Toonami. Which was like
I remember that
12 or like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'd wait just to watch Inuyasha because it was so cool. It was so different. It was a cartoon, but they were swearing and they were like cutting up these demons. It was such a cool thing to me as a kid. But then I'd say I really started exploring more when they did around like the Dragon Ball Z Kai. Nickelodeon, because then I watched that. It got me into Dragon Ball Z. I had an uncle who was playing the Dragon Ball Z game, so I knew Dragon Ball Z at the time, but I didn't really watch the show. Like, I'd watched a couple episodes with him, but we didn't really watch it like that until I'd say Kai came out, and then I started exploring. I had a laptop. I was looking up like everything. I went on like Kiss Anime, all the old sites, and yeah, I'd say that's how it happened for me. It was just one rabbit hole to another, and I just got sucked in.
No, yeah. And this is a great transition into like sub versus dub of like, what did you watch your first anime in?
Dub.
Right? Yeah.
Definitely dub.
I feel like starting an anime, especially as like an English speaker, like you just got to watch it in dub. If you watch it in sub, then it's kind of this idea of like, okay, this is a little too much work for me to enjoy it.
Yeah. Because it's the concept of something foreign. I think it registers in your brain like, oh, I don't know this language. I'm not really understanding it that well.
Yeah, or just having to read to like.
It almost puts you off.
Yeah, exactly. So I started as dub, and so did Zay. And as I go on, though, I found myself really enjoying sub, and that's kind of going to be a part of our discussion here is because Zay loves dub.
I do.
There's a lot of flack on people who like dub.
There is.
Like, all these dub viewers gotta die. Like,
I've gotten
okay,
into
calm down.
arguments with like other friends. I used to work with this guy at FedEx, really cool guy. And he used to be like, "Nah, you're trash. You need to watch it in sub." And I would be like, "Nah, I like it in dub though."
Yeah.
Just like, how can you like these voices? I'm like, how can you like those voices? You know, not really to hate on sub, because I do like some certain things in sub. But I prefer dub more. It's easier for me. I work a lot. I like to just relax and put on something where I don't have to read.
Yeah, I think the thing for me is like sub to me is like such Japanese. When I listen to Japanese, it sounds so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a really like something that gives me enjoyment, you know, is like these cool words or something like that, and being like, oh, this is lit. But I'm not going to say that I don't think dub should be getting as much trash as it's getting.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of good things out of a dub.
yeah, like listening a few, like even like listening to Naruto, you know, and I'm not going to say that dub or sub is better when it comes to Naruto, but I can say
Naruto's just I can see both arguments on both sides, because there are some characters I enjoy in sub and some characters I enjoy in dub in Naruto.
Yeah, but like an example I would go to is like Kakashi. You know, you can't tell me that Kakashi's voice in English isn't more iconic than Kakashi's voice in Japanese. You know, like there's no way, right? And if I'm wrong, don't blow up the comment. I'm sorry. I just, you know, that's how I feel about it.
I'd say like I liked Madara more sub than dub, because I thought Madara sub sounded
like, so cool.
So cool. He sounded like this really big destroyer, like, oh, that's a villain right there.
No, no. It's like so cool. And so it really comes down to like preference, you know, and I don't know, it just bothers me when I see someone like hating on someone else for their preference, even though that was me. Like, you have no idea, you guys. Like, I would get on this, like when he was talking about, oh, these people would be like, no, you're stupid, watch it and sub. That was one of them. I was one of them. And sometimes I still feel like that with certain things. I'm like, oh, the sub is definitely better. It doesn't really matter, I think.
Yeah. It's just it's all in preference, really. But you know, some people take the preference to, no, this is how it has to be. This is the way.
And it's like, okay, I guess. Like, what's a good example of something I really enjoy in dub is like Full Metal
Alchemist, bro.
Yeah, you were just about to say. I heard you go. Like, No, yeah. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is so good. It's so good.
I mean, they got my boy Troy Baker in there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I'm sitting like, okay, I like as a sub main, I guess is now what I'm using. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The voice actors in English are just so good, especially
Big Mignogna as Edward. Like he played that role really well.
No, he owned that. He owned it, bro. It was wild.
Like, I cannot hear anybody else doing Ed.
No, yeah, and that was like crazy, because I remember the first time I watched Full Metal Alchemist, and I watched it in dub. Alphonse, bro.
Alphonse was good too.
He's good, but it's like at first you're just like, what is going on with this voice right now? And it's just like, no. I'm trying to think about times where dub is not good though, and there's a lot. Basically anytime Kirito is not.
That's not true, bro, because sometimes
anytime
here's a good example. Attack on Titan, I think, is a better sub than dub, because he is the English voice actor who does Kirito is actually the Eren Yeager, and I don't like the way he portrays Eren Yeager, because he does it so
amazing.
No,
it's like, man, it's like they took Kirito and put him in Attack on Titan.
It's like Kirito, they made him super depressed, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna stay depressed forever. Just just only give us depressed.
I think
even when your emotions say you're happy, you're supposed to sound depressed.
And I'm not saying this guy isn't like one of the best English.
No, he is a good voice actor.
There's a reason why he's getting casted as all these guys. It's just the thing I feel like we feel about with him when it comes to like our opinion.
He's very one type,
and he's very like quiet. And then he just loves to scream out of nowhere. I'm like, cool. Yeah. He muted himself, you guys. This might get cut out. Look at him. Look at him on the phone. You know what? I might not cut this out. This might be part of the video, actually. We were mid-conversation, and he just doesn't say anything, first of all. He doesn't say, oh, guys, 1 sec, I'm getting a phone call or something. He just totally, because I thought it was super weird. I was sitting here like, well, he just got quiet. Like, well, I for a second, I was like, did our conversation die? What happened here? And then he pulls out a phone. And look at him. He's not even trying to get off. Look at him. He's not even trying to get off. He's just literally sitting there talking and talking. Dude, hang up the phone. I'm going to add like something in post, like some like memes or something. Maybe we'll put like a mustache on him while he's talking on the phone. I don't know. All right, he's done. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. My mom
No,
called
you're good.
me. But yeah, no, there are like bad examples, or not bad examples, but good examples of where sub is better than
I feel like there's a lot of examples, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why people don't like when people watch dub. But I also feel like it's almost a cultural thing as well. Like people who enjoy dub like appreciate it because I feel like the way they've developed how they speak in an anime is almost like a cultural art within itself. You know, like how they choose to talk. And like you can definitely tell there's like a style to it. They're not just trying to copy the Japanese speakers. There's also like their own way of doing it that is recognized.
Oh, definitely. Because I mean, it's just Japanese to English. There's different distinction in tone. You know what I mean?
Different inflection.
That's a better word. But whereas in like Japanese, a lot of it is like, oh, with certain vowels you have to go very high or low, whereas in English it's just we can keep one single tone, but then if we deliver something in another tone, it's the whole word that comes out in that tone. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. That's when I'm like, okay, I like sub, I prefer sub, but calm down. Like these people who do dub, who enjoy dub, they're still getting the story.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the language doesn't how much of that really
affects the story. Like I get it. Sometimes a bad dub or sub can really off-put the story.
Yes.
Asta.
We'll get into that later. I'm just gonna you know what? 1 sec. Yeah, that is a good example of just both aspects.
But like that's a good example of just a voice that could put you off to watching an anime that has potential.
And to all those Black Clover fans out there, I am a fan of Black Clover. I love the show.
He got sucked into it.
We are talking about the beginning. Okay, so don't think we're just hating on Asta. Like we like Asta. He's dope.
He's got room, but it's just
the beginning was.
I want
really
his character to change just a little bit more. You know, just give me a little bit more to where maybe he's not as annoying.
And I think the big thing, he's gotten a lot better.
He has. He does have his moments where he is a lot better, but it's
mostly
it's
the
still
example of like the beginning, like the dub just. What's the girl's name? Lily or whatever?
Lily. Oh, the nun, right?
Yeah. He's all like, Lily, will you marry me?
Oh, it's so bad.
Like, oh, well, I guess this is the one you watched in sub, and you go on like he drowns out the last part of the word every single time. And you're just like, dude, shut up. There's so many memes about it. And
it's bad. It's bad. Like it's bad on both fronts. Bad on both fronts.
Yeah. And then it's like,
and then you start watching for the side characters because you're like, all right, well, the side characters are really good in there.
Yeah. The side characters are dope. You know,
My girl Noelle. Oh
Yeah,
man.
she's awesome. So I would definitely say that we have both kind of developed this sense of, okay, which one is better? You know, so we don't just look at anime. We do, like, if we're going to watch an anime for the first time or something like that, we do go, okay, I'm going to watch it in sub and you're going to watch it in dub because that's what you choose.
If there's something that impresses me in a dub where like I'm just like into it, feeling it, the characters really get me to feel the emotions that
really feel like Batman.
Really feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But then it's something that I go, hey bro, you have to watch this in dub. And I'll even check out the sub to see like maybe like I'll watch a scene that I know hit me a certain way just to see, okay, well, does the sub have the potential like that I felt with the dub? And it just if it doesn't hit the same way or even more, then I tell them straight up, just nah, you have to watch this in dub.
Exactly. And that's like a big thing, right? Because we're gonna talk about this later in the channel or whatever. But a really great example is Toradora. And now let me tell you something. Such a good anime. But that's all I want to say because we'll get into it in another episode. We'll get into it. But an example I think of, and if you haven't listened to Toradora, I'll put like the number on the screen of where you want to skip
1745.
This is kind of an important part, but not super. So anyways, the part where she like sees the scarf, right?
Yeah.
And she starts crying. Yeah. When you watch it in dub, she says like I my heart couldn't handle that, and she like runs after him, and it just kind of it kind of ruins the moment to me because I watched it in Japanese first, and what she says in that is a really quick, just like, I don't want that, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't want that, and she like runs after him, and it's like a really quick, like muted word, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like that delivery just makes it hit harder. And that's kind of where like what we're talking about, I guess.
Yeah, like
where we weren't sure what we meant by that, you know? It's like, it hits harder in Japanese. Why? Well, because of the language, they were able to deliver it in this like very muted cadence way,
like a certain cadence.
That makes your heart just ache compared to watching it in English, and you're sitting there and you're like, ooh, that was kind of a long sentence.
It's sweet, but it was a bit dragged out there. It comes out maybe too cliche, right? You know?
And that's the thing, right? And I guess from there you can be like, okay, do you notice how me watching it in dub affects how I feel about the anime compared to watching it in sub?
By the way, that scene still messed me up in dub. I don't care what this man says.
I watched
Toradora dub fans out there, that scene still hit me.
Let me tell you, I watched both of it in sub and dub.
I still haven't watched it in sub. I need to do that.
Yeah, it's better in sub. But I watched it in dub and sub, you know, and either way, the story, the characters, it comes through no matter what. So that's like an example of it's better in sub. It hits harder in sub.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll still get dub.
You'll still get the feels in dub, and there's some great moments. You know, I'm sorry, spoilers, I guess, but you know,
I'll put the number.
Yeah, but spoilers. But you know, you have the beach scene. I'll be vague about it, but you know, you have the beach scene, and just the character development in like the episode surrounding the beach was perfect. They couldn't have done that in a more perfect way. I'm sorry that I'm being so vague and I guess like very undescriptive of it, but I just don't want to spoil too much of it.
Yeah, he's like, the beach scene, right? As if we're supposed to understand what he's talking about. So anyone who's like watching this right now who has never seen Toradora is just going to be so confused.
I know, they're like, what the heck?
I don't want to spoil anything, and they're just like, well, I don't even know what you're talking
about. Yeah. Well, it's just
that's hilarious. Wait a minute. You're like trying to bring up evidence, and you're just like, dude, that beach scene, right?
Well,
and everyone's like,
yeah, I messed up.
No, you messed up a little bit. It's okay.
Takes time.
That's like an example of, it doesn't really matter sub versus dub. Now there is a better one, but why am I going to get on you for liking dub? And that's kind of what I wanted to get to, I guess, is when I was a very big, like I said, I was very big, I still am a very big sub guy. Mm-hmm. And I told this man, you're stupid. Stop watching shit in
times.
dub. It's
multiple times.
It's booty, you know.
And
it's
I kept
not
responding
good.
with, "Nah."
I'm like, it's booty, bro. Like, stop doing it, you know. And
Troy Baker.
It's not fair. Like,
that's always my defense, by the way.
Yeah,
that's always my defense. I'm a huge Troy Baker fan, so whenever he
legend though.
Legend.
But it's so funny because I kind of came to the conclusion of it doesn't matter what your preference is as long as you enjoy the story, the art, you know, of it. Because if someone's playing Edward and they're doing a scene where he gets angry, he's going to be angry in English or Japanese. You'll understand that he is angry.
Yeah.
Now, does it sound better? Maybe not. Does it really matter to the story? Not really.
Not necessarily. Like, yes, in some aspects.
In
but
more extreme cases than I would say, though.
But that's more on, like, if you're really feeling, like, if you're trying to get into feeling with the story rather than, like, if you just want to watch the story and understand what's playing out, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And it's so funny how I decided that, oh, it doesn't really matter your preference. I'm going to respect you for liking this anime. Oh, you like Naruto? Oh, you like it in sub? Oh, you like it in dub? I appreciate both of you for liking Naruto, you know? And how it's so funny. I came to this conclusion, this enlightenment. I was going through my Instagram feed. And I see a lot of anime feed in my Instagram feed. Obviously, I try to stay on top of, you know, what's hype, what's not hype, blah. I'm going through and I see this little thing and it's like, oh, the most annoying things about the anime community. And one of them is, oh, getting on someone for their sub versus dub preference. For some reason, it like really this random person's post just like really resonated with me. I'm like, man,
he had like an epiphany.
Asshole.
Yeah, he had like an epiphany. Like,
no, I don't know. Just this random person posting about, yo, that's a dick move, and I'm just like, you're right. Like, I don't know why. And then I messaged this man just like, dude, you know what? I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, for some reason, it was just like so crazy to me. I was like, man.
It blew his mind. He wasn't ready.
Right? So I came to this conclusion, you know, and I think that's how a lot of people should see. You know, why are you going to get mad at someone for watching your favorite anime in dub? They still watched your favorite anime. Talk about something more. Because how much do you sit there and you're just like, dude, that Japanese line they delivered.
Exactly.
Dude, that
like,
English
I don't know.
if
I knew how to speak Japanese and I knew Japanese, yeah, I would probably be like, oh, hey, check this out in sub, you know?
No, yeah.
And I code stuff from it, but it's just the fact that I'm an English speaker. I work a lot. You know, the times I do watch anime, it's like either late at night, like I'm getting home from work, or just relaxing a little bit, maybe cleaning up, you know? So it's just something I want to either hear and understand, and it just makes it easier.
But the big thing I'm trying to get at, right, is this idea of, oh, when we talk about this anime, we watched Full Metal Alchemist, we watched Naruto, Dragon Ball, whatever, and I talked to you about it. I'm not saying, dude, Goku's line in Japanese was fire. Did you hear that Japanese line?
Like, I'm not saying delivered. I'm saying defeat you.
I'm saying, oh, dude, Goku just freaking pulled panties off of our, you know, it's like
that's your example. That's
you know,
and
it had to be my example. Old school Dragon Ball. I recommend if you are over the age of 18. But no, that is an example, and I could have used anything. I just thought that would be funny.
No, but, that was funny.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But the reason why is because if I watched it in Japanese or I watched it in English, I'm still talking about
the same scene. Exactly.
When do I ever talk about it in terms of a certain
line?
English or Japanese, right?
No.
I feel like the biggest conversation we ever have when it's dub versus sub is just, do you watch it in dub versus sub? Oh, I watch it in dub. Oh, and it's either, oh, okay, cool, I watch it in sub, or oh, we watch the same thing, or oh, screw you.
Yeah. It's
and
just
like
they
and
automatically.
That's as much conversation as there is. Everything else about the rest of the conversation about this anime is not going to be anything about what language it is.
Exactly, and it's just you ask them to bring up points, and they don't really bring up anything. It's just always, well, it's just better. It's just better.
And
the
maybe
experience is way better. And it's like, okay, but
it doesn't, like, we can still talk about this thing that happened.
Exactly.
Whether I watch it in English or Japanese,
it's the same story. It's the same story.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw the same flow of pictures you're gonna watch.
Yeah, and I feel like I hope you guys don't know we're not getting angry or anything. It's just this point we're trying to bring, because a big thing we want to do. I just cracked my fingers right into my mic.
I know. I heard that. I was a little.
Yeah, my bad. ASMR. Hello, welcome to.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my ASMR.
My middle finger.
Ew.
All the people who just like, for some reason, are into that are like, do another one. Do your pinky. Do your pinky.
Do the pinky. Do the pinky.
Okay. Well, it's died.
Wait.
Wait, do you see how he's doing it? He's going to break his finger. Did you see how he was cracking his finger? You know how you'll pull it or maybe like turn it sideways and crack it like that?
No,
he was literally just like shoving it into his... Nah, ow.
I'm not the sharpest knife in the crown box, but
Where were we? Where were we?
We're going to be talking about the same scene no matter what.
Yeah.
The same scene, no matter what.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. Nah, but yeah, so it really comes down to this idea of, why are you going to hate on someone for their sub-dub preference? Why don't you just enjoy the conversation? That is 99% of the conversation.
Exactly. We would hope to be like that no war zone type of place, you know.
We want
just where everybody could just come here, talk about their favorite animes, give anime suggestions, and just have a silly goose time, you know. Just be happy.
Goose time.
Just be happy and free.
No, you're not gonna get away with that. Silly goose time. What does that even mean?
You've never heard that growing up as a kid?
Silly goose?
Yeah, what the heck?
Who says that? That's so old. I haven't heard that in forever. What? Okay, anyways. You silly goose.
Uh-oh. My headphones got unplugged. It's okay, I fixed it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Quick fix.
I
don't know why I screamed that into the mic.
yeah. Quick fix, you guys.
Don't worry, everybody. I fixed it. All right.
Yeah. You silly gooses.
Stop it. No.
Okay. All right.
But no, yeah, that's what we're hoping to be, is just a liking community where we could just all talk about our favorite animes and maybe put others onto animes that you would have never even thought of watching before.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So that's the big thing is really focusing on that last thing I said.
Nah, stop talking. Anyways, I remember now. So something I was going to say is, yes, we are going to try to bring the community together and talk about things we really enjoy and try to bring a perspective to everything. But we will, if an anime is bad, we will point out that it is bad.
Oh, yes. No, definitely. We
are not just going to be this source of just, every single
great. Anime is
it's
great. Because there are bad animes out there, you know?
Yeah. He was about to say it. I mean, if you're into that.
If you're into that type of anime, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to judge you.
That's not for me, player.
That's not for 99% of the population. But I'm not saying that there isn't that 1% that you belong to. Yeah.
Exactly. There might be some people out there who like High School Detective. That's not for me. He's more of a sub preference guy. I'm more of a dub preference guy. So, you know, we will always have this little just back and forth every now and then of, oh no, I really thought this was better in dub, and he could be like, nah.
So we are also going to be a source of, should I watch this anime?
Yeah.
Is it worth my time to sit through this? Because anime is long, and if you want to get invested in it, it's going to take up some of your time.
One thing that we should also make clear is these are all just our opinions on it. So just because we feel, you know, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is amazing in dub, doesn't mean that, you know, we're saying, sub is horrible or anything like that. You know, these are just our opinions.
It's not just going to be this theatrical breakdown the whole time.
Yeah,
we're very lit guys. Like we will get,
we're very lit guys.
We'll get hyped. We'll get hyped. I promise you. And conversations will go crazy.
Hyped, like it's the hype house in here, baby. Like
it's the what?
I don't know. Isn't that a thing? The hype house.
The hype house?
Isn't that a thing?
No. Wait, is it? I don't know. Is it? I've never heard of that. The hype house.
I think I've heard like my sister saying like that a couple times. I think it's a thing.
Oh, okay. Then the hype house. Yeah. But you know, just to kind of give you guys a perspective of what we're going to be doing, I think our episode right after this is going to be AOT season 1. We watch anywhere from hyped action to like very B-list. Something
you know, we'll pull out something like Afterlost or ID Invaded or
yeah, that's kind of the plan here. And we hope you enjoy. We just really had to get it out. You know, we want you guys to have context, build that foundation.
Yeah, you know, before we go into it, and we just Aaron Yeager, and the way in this scene, I don't like the way he represented it because his shoe was off.
Just like, who are these guys?
And
the trip.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the trip. This has been the Panoramic Perspective Podcast. Hope to see you guys next time.
Yeah, see you guys.